Hello.
Hello. LightSpeed English podcast number 8 for advanced speakers, and we're here with Gordon. We're going to talk about the gerund in English.
The gerund.
The gerund.
Goodness gracious.
Or the present
participle. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going on
exactly
about?
Exactly that. How are you, Gordon, today?
I'm really well. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Have you got anything to say today about your life lately?
Only that it's wonderful.
That's fair enough.
Because I'm living with you.
That's fair enough as well.
Yeah.
That's nice. You don't say that after the recording.
I'm only saying it for this
It's just
video.
for the recording, yeah. And then you.
No, it's true. It is true.
Okay, Gordon. So we're talking today about the English gerund.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
In some ways, it works like the Spanish gerund.
Yeah.
But in other ways, it doesn't at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you, what's the expression? Throw a bit of light
Yes.
into this?
Okay. What I notice is that, for example, if we want to say we use the gerund with the auxiliary verb like to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's virtually the same as it is in Spanish. I can say, I am talking to you now. I am sitting. We'll come back to that one. It's an interesting one because you don't say that in Spanish.
I am sitting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You say I'm seated. One of the problems that we have in English is it's not really correct. We should say I am seated, but most people say I'm sitting.
You know what I've heard? I'm sat.
I'm sat.
I'm sat here.
Which is not good. I'm sat here. It's I'm seated here.
The verb to sit, is it sit, sat, seated?
Seated.
Okay. Are you positive about that?
No. No, but what happens is
I've just heard so many variations.
there's a
of
confusion about it because what basically this I am sitting is this.
The action
It's the act of going
of
down.
sitting down.
Once you were there, you were seated.
that. So you wouldn't say, "Oh, I'm sitting here." If I'm already here, would I say I'm sitting here?
Yes, I'm sitting. For example, if that's your chair,
Yeah.
you say, "Excuse me, I'm sitting there," which is
Okay.
bizarre because you're not. But in the future, I'm going to sit there. That's what we say.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're digressing a little
Right.
bit. But so with I am, the gerund is pretty much the same. I am talking. I am walking. I am laughing. Yeah.
Okay. So that's for actions that
Yeah.
still started in the past and still
Yeah.
occur in present tense.
Exactly.
Right.
And of course, the big difference is that we can use that for future. We've talked about this before.
Yes.
We can use that. It doesn't have to be right now.
Okay.
I can say, I'm working in Middlesbrough.
In general,
Yeah.
I'm working in Middlesbrough.
I'm working in Middlesbrough, yeah. Or you can say to somebody, where are you working?
Mm-hmm.
They're in a party, but you can say, where are you working? And that's absolutely
That's
fine.
a general
Yeah.
question of.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But there are others.
There are others that don't quite work the same.
For example, what about these gerunds that start a sentence? That we would use infinitive, but you would use gerund. For example, if we say in Spanish, fumar es malo para la salud.
Yeah.
Fumar es malo.
We wouldn't say to smoke is bad. We would say either it's bad to smoke, we can do that,
Okay.
yeah, or smoking is bad.
Because smoking would be more like el fumar. The smoking is bad for you.
Yeah.
It's not. Is it more of a noun or is it the verb? What sense do you get?
Smoking is it's the action.
It's the action.
So it's a verb, yeah. It's smoking, the act of smoking. That's what we're saying.
So it's a noun.
Yes.
El fumar. What would be for us? El fumar es. We wouldn't say el fumar. We would say fumar. Es malo. But is it acting as a noun?
Well, if we say it's the act of smoking.
Okay.
Say el acto de fumar. So it's a verb. It's working as a verb for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. But also, for example, we'll say, smoking is bad for you. Talking is not allowed here. Yeah, so what would you say in Spanish? Talking is not allowed.
Hablar no se permite hablar.
The other way around, yeah.
If you pushed it, you would say hablar no es permitido, but it doesn't sound very fluent.
So the pattern that we have is either we can say...
Learning English is very important.
Yeah. Learning English is very important, or it's very important to learn English. So there are your two options.
Okay, but going back to that, because I've got a bit of confusion. Because you could say the learning of English is very important.
Yeah.
So the learning is not, you're talking about the noun.
That's right.
The learning. So learning English is very important would be a noun, wouldn't it?
No. I don't
think it's a stretched.
When you say the learning, for me that's a very different thing. That makes it into, for me, the noun.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Whereas when we say learning English, it's the process. It's a process. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Then we've got, sometimes though, it's the same with the gerund. For example, I can say talking about that subject.
But that's also in Spanish,
Yeah.
when it's started in the past and it's still happening now. Hablando de eso.
Yeah.
Because you are talking about it.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's where that we have a similarity.
That's where it matches.
We can start saying thinking about that, yeah, or talking about that.
What about using the gerund after a preposition?
Right, and this is again the difference, isn't it? So we would say the act of smoking, for example, with the preposition
The act of smoking.
Yeah.
I'm looking into buying a new house.
Yeah. I'm looking into buying a new house. This shirt is for wearing.
It doesn't happen in all of the cases. It happens in most cases. But in some cases, sometimes with with the prepositions to or for, sometimes you don't need to use the. This is to do.
Yes, because
you don't say to doing. So sometimes it doesn't.
And the reason is for that is because our verbs are to eat, to drink, to. So it makes sense just to keep it as the verb. Whereas most times, what I find with our English students of the Spanish language, many times they'll follow a preposition with the gerund.
In Spanish.
When they're translating from English into Spanish.
Yes.
They hear the gerund, and so that's what they do.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
But I think in most cases, in the vast majority of the cases, you use preposition, gerund.
Yes. Yeah, I think apart from to, I was trying to think of an example with for. But normally
maybe
we'll
not
say,
for.
I think normally it's this is for reading. This is for writing. This is for.
I think it's mostly with to. That sometimes, every now and again, it throws you because you think there should be a gerund there, but it's not. It's a.
No, I can't think of an example with to where we would use the gerund. To. No, it didn't sound. We would normally use the verb.
Completing. No. To. In order to. No.
No, always it'll be the verb. Yeah.
Well, don't say always.
Nearly always.
We'll find the one.
We never say always. I say bad. Very bad.
Okay, and another different one is when you use a gerund, which is not really I don't know if it's not. I don't think it's a gerund because it's not a verb. It's actually an adjective, but you use ing.
Okay.
Like interesting, boring. What other things?
It's
calming.
Yeah, it's calming. It's relaxing.
Relaxing. It's
Yeah. So we do that quite a lot as well, with as an adjective, and it's describing almost like a process. It's a description of a process. Like that music is calming. Yeah, or yes, that this massage is relaxing.
Okay, give us examples with those adjectives being in the gerund and being in the past participle.
Okay, all right. So I'm sitting listening to some music, and I say, that music is very calming. In fact, it's calming me down.
That's both gerund. Okay.
Yeah. So no, the first one is an adjective. It's calming.
Yeah.
And then the second one, it's actually calming me down. So it's
Okay.
the verb.
That's the verb.
Yeah.
But can you give me examples with the past participle and the gerund?
Oh,
Like
I see.
bored, boring, calmed,
Okay.
calming, relaxed, relaxing, interested,
Right.
interesting.
Okay.
To see the difference.
So right, if I say
I am relaxed, I am relaxing, for example.
right. So I'm relaxing right now,
Okay.
and I'm relaxing is actually an act of what you're doing. Like I'm relaxing.
Okay.
Yeah. But then I'm relaxed is more of a state that you're describing the state that you're in after you've been relaxing. Now I am relaxed.
So that's the past participle, relajado.
Yeah.
Relajado, relajada.
Yeah.
It's relaxing.
Okay. So it's relaxing. Therefore, I am relaxing. So I feel relaxed. so it's.
Don't say that though.
This is no. It would be strange, but that's the way it works. So this, as a description, is relaxing. I'm not hitting you. I'm not hitting you.
No, but
this
you
is
always...
this is relaxing.
Okay.
This is what it is, and therefore the process of this is making me relaxed, and so the end result, my state, is I am relaxed.
Very good. Bored. She's bored. She's boring.
Okay, so that's the big difference. She's bored. That means that she
Again.
doesn't have anything to do.
The past participle.
Yeah.
Aburrida. Bored.
Yeah.
Aburrida.
Uh-huh. But she is boring.
Again, aburrida for us.
Exactly, yeah. But for us, she is boring means that she is not an interesting person.
Because in Spanish we would change the verb.
Exactly.
So is it permanent or is it temporary? Está aburrida, she's bored. Es aburrida, there's a quality of the person.
She's boring.
She's boring.
Yeah, so that's how we differentiate. Bored is the state of not having anything to do, and boring is ser.
So boring con ser, ser aburrida, ser aburrido, ser calmante, and bored with estar. Está aburrido, está aburrida, está calmada.
Well, let's look at, for example, interesting and interested. Okay, is that your phone?
It's my phone.
Bleeping?
Sorry.
That's terrible. Very bad. So I can say she is interested in mathematics. Okay, so she is interested in. We could say mathematics interests her, but we normally don't.
Okay.
We normally say she is interested in mathematics.
Okay.
So
we can say it both ways in Spanish.
yeah.
Le interesan las matemáticas, or we can say, what was the first?
Está interesada.
Está interesada, again with the verb estar,
Mhm.
está interesada en matemáticas.
Uh-huh. More common, more usual in English is she is interested in. That's what we really favour. Whereas I get the sense that in Spanish, it's the other one that tends to be the more popular.
Yeah, maybe we say
The one I hear more.
le interesan.
But then, she is interesting. Okay, that means that people are interested in her because she has an interesting personality, which is very different.
Interesante, no?
Es
As a person.
interesante. Exactly, yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good.
So she is interesting, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Gordon, for the examples and
You're
to
welcome.
help clear out the confusion with the gerund in English.
The way to clear up the confusion is to read as much as you can in English and to listen to as much as you can, because
True.
it's more learning the music than it is actually learning the rules. It's very difficult to keep all the rules in your head. Don't you agree?
It's true.
Mm.
It's true. I agree with you.
Mm.
Thank you very much, Gordon.
Welcome. Shake my hand.
Job done. So have fun.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye.
Bye.